So hey, this is Christopher and Heidi May.
Hello.
Hanging out again and talking about Branson here. And you went and saw Interstellar.
I did see Interstellar.
How awesome was it?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so first of all, I do have to say the only thing, no commercials or previews. And I was
that's true. I guess
I was like,
cool. Yeah,
but
that's my favorite part of most of the
Yeah,
movie.
I know, because then you get to find out all the amazing things that are happening unless...
For a movie that's coming out in 2 years.
Exactly. Unless you go and see a movie and they happen to run the preview for 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a date.
That could be awkward.
And you never hear from them again.
That would be weird.
I completely blame 50 Shades of Grey, because where do you go from that?
I don't know. I call myself 50 Shades of Christopher, actually, online. That's my username. Just so you know.
Okay, I'll Google that when I get home.
Yeah.
Although it doesn't really rhyme.
It's weird. Your keyboard is up here.
Yeah, I don't have a chair.
You just kind of nuzzle the space.
Well, I just don't have a chair, so I'm sort of just kneeling in reverence to the.
So you go to Interstellar.
Yes,
right.
Go to Interstellar.
So you Google Interstellar.
Yep. Go and watch it. Okay. I'm just so excited for it, because I'm a huge science fiction geek, and I'm like, watch it. I'm like, yeah, it's Matthew McConaughey and
Nolan,
right, other people. I don't know who they are, but it was awesome.
Actors.
Lots of dust. A lot of dust all over the place.
Dusty.
And then, it starts building. It's amazing. I'm like really getting into it. Like, yeah. And then it gets to the ending. And I'm like, wait.
Spoiler alert. There's an ending.
There is an ending, yes. I'm sorry. I should have, held off. We need some sort of buzzer, some sort of a buzzer.
Okay.
It's another language.
That's beautiful. All right, so go ahead. So Interstellar ending happens. You're all into it.
And I was like, whoa. And but not like an excited whoa, but like I don't understand what's just happened. So of course I go home and secretly, stay up for about 2 hours googling right up here, googling what did that ending mean, so I wouldn't sound stupid when I talk to my friends the next day.
Yeah, which just talking about Interstellar, kind of already
it bumps up your IQ. But then if they ask you how it ended, and then you're like, what?
I don't want to spoil it. That's what I say.
That's perfect.
Don't let me spoil it.
Exactly. Keyboard up here. I don't know why the keyboard keeps rising.
It's rising, yeah.
Before long, it's going to be like a creepy vampire, like the old school 50 vampires.
Wait a second. Is there a non-creepy vampire?
Brad Pitt.
He's sort of a little creepy.
That
Eating
guy
rats, kills the poodles.
That guy in Queen of the Damned.
The guy in Queen of the Damned.
There's a movie called...
Hello.
Well, I don't... okay, that's true. Very true.
Rice,
I apologize. So he wasn't too bad.
Lestat? Are you talking about Lestat?
Yes.
Okay. You call him the guy. The main character...
I call him the guy.
...of the
it's
entire
in reference.
franchise is the guy
in Queen of the Damned. You're wrong inflection. He's the guy.
Oh, I'm so disappointed.
Anyways, where were we? Interstellar.
So Interstellar, keyboard.
Googled it, long time. Apparently there's this huge encyclopedia almost paragraph and blog about the ending.
Question. Paragraph is a encyclopedia to you, but we'll leave it at that.
Well, okay. You know what? That came out wrong. Okay. So it's all about what the ending means, and all the way it traces back into science and what science means to humanity. It gets into quantum physics, and I just want to know what the ending meant. I don't want to, have to go to college for 3 years to read this blog to tell me what the ending meant.
Correct.
Subsequently, I still don't know what the ending meant.
Oh, I'll tell you. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So there you go.
I agree with you on that.
I share that with you because I am a massive time traveler fan. And as I often mention on here, I am the president of the Time Travelers group of Branson.
Is there a Time Travelers group of Branson?
There is, and we welcome you to come to the next meeting.
I was about to ask, can I come to that?
The next meeting is last Thursday, so we hope we'll see you back.
Okay, well, I just have one question for you.
Bring it.
What is your stance on Doctor Who?
Okay, problem with Doctor Who.
Okay.
All right.
Is it that it's bigger on the inside?
No. No, there's an issue with Doctor Who in that the only reason I watch Doctor Who is that when I work on cruise ships, I work primarily for British lines, and I do cruises to Britain a lot. Okay,
that makes sense.
To Southampton, and so I'm there a lot, and a lot of those people, maybe not so much today, but they say you look like David Tennant.
Okay, I can see that.
And so in my show, I started doing jokes about it, and I would get out my my wand, which would be a sonic screwdriver, and I would kind of wink, whatever, and I would make the references of, don't blink, whatever. And so I only knew that stuff from Googling.
Right, the Googling.
So someone got me a Doctor Who link or whatever there, and so I do it, and I'm hit R for Rose.
You only type with your pinkies.
I do. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, very small keyboard. And so so I start watching it, and I enjoyed it, but then I felt like I would say 7 out of 10 of the episodes were filler. Like 3 of them propelled the story, and then the other ones, I'm like, seriously? I could watch that on fast forward.
Right.
So, nothing against Doctor Who, because I have a lot of Doctor Who friends and fans.
Can you do David Tennant's Doctor Who sort of iconic phrase?
Which, the timey-wimey?
No.
Which one?
What do you say? He's like, what? What? He did that all the time.
Really?
But less girly. Less girly.
Less girly.
Yes. So he'd be like, what?
I guess I didn't notice that.
Yeah, you have to watch when he gets surprised.
Yeah, but I have to say that I did become a fan again when...
are you going to say Matt Smith? Are you gonna say Matt Smith?
And I think what's her name? Redhead.
Yes. Karen Gillian.
What's her character's name?
Oh, hold on. Amy Pond.
Amy Pond.
Oh my goodness. So you're like Amy Pond, and I'm like Matt Smith.
Yeah.
First of all, he wears skinny jeans in real life. Amazing. Secondly, he was just phenomenal on the show, and I stopped watching the series. Wait, that's a spoiler. I can't say that. But basically, there's only everyone knows he's not on the show anymore.
Yeah.
So there's only so many episodes left between then this season, and I'm sort of just watching tiny bits at a time because I'm trying to savor my Matt Smith. Yeah.
A little bit.
Just tiny,
just a little taste.
Just a little, just like British, bow ties are cool. Crumpet. A Doctor Who, like tiny little crumpet. Yeah. But
no, I like it. I just felt like it was a lot of fluff, and it's kind of like Interstellar a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of, but instead of fluff,
science dust. But fluff bunnies, dust bunnies,
but a lot more toxic on the lungs.
Yeah,
at least fluff. You got marshmallow.
I thought
fluff.
A lot of the stuff in Interstellar, the most fascinating stuff to me was stuff people don't talk about. For example, I think the real hero of that whole thing was the guy that spent 29 years by himself,
and then goes murderous.
No, he didn't.
Oh, the guy on the ship.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to say, the dude down on that planet,
Well, that didn't even make any sense.
First of all, Matt Damon's put on a few, which you can kind of see in that role.
Yeah. I was like, spoiler alert.
Oh, sorry. Not in the film. He didn't put it on in the film, No. He wasn't down there with 18 jars of marshmallow fluff.
And
just...
And his urine and,
anyways, but...
But no, the other guy that's stuck on this ship, and to these other people, it's been a couple hours or whatever it is.
And he's just by himself.
4 hours. And to him, 29 years.
And then the look in his eyes when they come back, and he's like, I never wanted to go to sleep. Yeah. And it's poignant. It's a very poignant moment in the film. I felt kind of bad for him.
But the problem with it is that it's cool, 2001-ish. With the science, and they're very accurate and all that stuff until the part you're talking about. And as a science geek, okay, because I'm big into science,
right.
I'm the kind of guy that in college took physics and advanced physics as an elective.
I studied quantum physics on my own.
Yeah,
just for fun.
Okay, I have all the books from Stephen Hawking on down to whatever. All down to the little particles. So, by the way, Stephen Hawking, what I do, little tip for you, is I have my Kindle read me 50 Shades of Grey in the car, so it sounds like Stephen Hawking is making an obscene phone call to me.
Oh, that's fun.
So a little side. But Interstellar is a mixture of the science stuff I like, but also the time travel, which I'm obsessed with.
Time travel.
And the time travel aspect... And time in that movie is so
first of all, spoiler alert. First of all, it's some ones from the future open a portal.
Yeah, we can't talk about exactly what. I know where you're going,
but it does there's all right. Rewind that. I'll take away all my spoilers. So many things are left unexplained.
A cause and effect is missing here.
And for every for an object in motion stays in motion, an object at rest stays at rest. So it never explains one of the things that makes the entire film possible.
Yeah.
They're just blah, 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 blah. One sentence.
Yeah. And they could have left that out and left it a mystery.
Yes.
Like the end of Inception.
I love Inception so much.
Yeah, everyone talked about it, and I talked about this with Arturo. Everybody talked about it, and if they had done the same thing with this, if they had done the same thing with this movie and not done that sequence, it would have been something to talk about. Like
first of all, when I'm watching science fiction, I don't want to. Yeah, it's soft. Touch it.
I did.
When I'm watching science fiction, I don't want to spend 10 minutes inside what looks like a giant piano. Or a big harp.
Yeah,
I want to see aliens and robots and weird lights that don't make sense, but you're like, whoa, this is so cool. And lens flares, J.J. Abrams. I want to see those lens flares.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
But did you see Lucy? Lucy.
No.
The film with Scarlett Johansson?
No. Oh.
Where she gets superpowers? It came out this summer.
No. I missed it. I actually went to see it. She uses more and more of her brain.
Yes. I was going to say Lucy and Interstellar are similar endings, but Lucy was even more where I was like, oh, what?
Yeah.
But Lucy, though, Interstellar, was like this slow, paced out movie, so it never really starts. It gets going, but it's very paced. Interstellar is. Well, Lucy is like 5 minutes, bam, action. You're like, this is going somewhere awesome. This is going somewhere awesome. And then it's like, I was completely just speechless. And the movie ended, and I was like,
Yeah, I know.
Could someone rewind that? And then, I just hoped. And then I did the same thing, Googled it. And I was like, no, it really was as much of a letdown as I thought.
So, basically, to sum up your Interstellar review, should people see it?
My Interstellar review would be, it's an amazing ride. It's like it's a roller coaster where the ride's amazing, but the end you wish was just a little bit more epic.
Yeah. And so
I would say it was worth it to see it.
It's worth it, especially for science.
Especially for science and the IMAX, because the space.
Oh, you have to see it in IMAX.
Oh my gosh, the space scenes, the different planets that they go to, the waves.
Yeah. You can't watch it on your little screen.
No, it is not. It is not my family and myself. I classify films by theater or red box. Yeah. I'll see a preview. I'm like, I'm gonna red box that. That's a red box. No, Interstellar is a theater.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. So go see Interstellar.
Yes.
And comment below about what you thought about the ending there. But
and my very scientific description.
Yeah.
With a lot of a lot of hand waving.
Yeah. So I'm Christopher James, and this is
Heidi May.
Yeah. We'll see you again. Bye bye.